Hey, it's John here from Base Nutrition. As a nutritionist and also a research scientist, I specialize in helping people to lose weight more efficiently in the short term and more sustainably in the long term, with a particular focus on helping people to do that in a way in which they can experience less hunger and feel more satisfied. Now, we do that by using the latest nutrition research, which clearly shows us that certain foods are more favorable for losing weight because they are more filling relative to the amount of calories in them. Now, this is important because we know that as a species, we are evolved to eat until we are roughly satisfied. So, when we shift that balance in people's food more towards those favorable foods that are more filling relative to calories, we know from the research and we see in practice every day that people will naturally, subconsciously eat fewer calories over the course of the day. Now, in recent years, it is becoming more and more clear from the mounting evidence and data that this type of approach, where we switch that balance more towards these more favorable foods, outperforms other more traditional approaches that have been used more commonly in the past. So much so, in fact, that Diet Doctor, the world's largest online resource for keto and low carb approaches to weight loss, has recently shifted to adopt this more satiety per calorie based approach. This is now where best practice is in relation to helping people to achieve their weight loss goals, and this is the approach that we at Base Nutrition follow also to help our clients to achieve outstanding results both in the short term and also over that longer term.
So at the end of the 6-week program, I'm happy to say I've lost a little over 2 stone in weight. My symptoms have now gone. I feel fantastic. I feel energetic. I feel like I'm not at all menopausal.
I lost 12 pounds over the 6 weeks. That was a lot more than I had expected and had hoped for. I've lost a couple of pounds since. But the key thing for me is that I've maintained that weight loss.
So after 4 weeks in the program, I'd lost a stone. I was down to 13.2. I continued to lose weight. I settled at a 12.5 stone, which is 80 kg, which is my perfect weight. And I'm no longer a pre-diabetic, and I have a normal, if not very good, cholesterol. So it's been 100% success for me.
So I rang John and we had a great conversation, and literally from then I've never looked back. I have lost 7 kilos of body fat.
And I've managed to lose the almost 10 kg I was aiming to. I have an awful lot more energy. My skin is better. I'm much more confident within myself because I feel like I've got a sustainable foundation to work from. Almost 6 months on now, and I'm still following it.
I lost over 7 kilos and continued to lose it after the program had ended for me because I continued to follow what the program had taught me.
Okay, so let's take a look at how this works and why this is possible. On the right hand side here, we see examples of the more favorable foods that are higher in protein and higher in fiber. People tend to eat on average 450 calories fewer per day when they increase these foods in the diet. And that happens for 2 reasons. Firstly, because of the nutrient density in the protein, and secondly, because fiber offers us a lot of bulk and volume for relatively few calories. Or in other words, the calorie density is low. Whereas the sugar and processed starchy carbohydrate and fats on the other end of this spectrum, where our food environment tends to push us, typically have the opposite combination. They tend to be lower in nutrient density and higher in calorie density. It doesn't mean that we can't have these foods, but we do need to get the balance right. A good example of how getting this balance right can have a big impact is if we look at a traditional curry on a bed of rice and we reduce down the rice portion, we add some more veggies for some more fiber, we add some more chicken for some more protein, and we use low-fat coconut milk, then we can reduce calories from 750 to 450, while at the same time increasing the volume and the nutrient density in the meal, meaning that we now have a meal which is much more filling in relation to the amount of calories in it. If we take a snack example and we look at 100 grams of almonds, which is 600 calories, and we compare that to a high protein, high fiber snack of 100 grams of berries plus 100 grams of zero fat Greek yogurt, where combined the calories is less than 100 calories, we can now have twice the weight and 3 or 4 times the volume for 1/6 of the calories. So we can see how getting this balance right can have a big impact. Okay, so how do our programs work in practice? We offer everyone a free 30-minute call to discuss your goals and preferences. We then send you 3 things prior to your start date. Firstly, a roadmap for the 6 weeks, which goes through your key focus areas, as well as the key habits that we use to deliver those short and long-term results. Secondly, a personalized meal plan. And thirdly, a login that will give you access to our members' site for life. The initial program is for 6 weeks, and then there is the option of adding additional 4-week blocks after that. There are 2 options for that initial 6-week program. With both options, you can message us as many questions as you like, and we will send you daily video content to guide you along. And if you would like some more accountability and support, you can opt for the full program, where you add photos of your meals and snacks to your food diary each evening, and we give you regular feedback twice a week in the context of how your weight is tracking. Okay, so the final point to make is that the approach we are taking for weight loss also offers us a number of health benefits. The nutrient density and low glycemic impact in the food is important for hormonal health, helping customers like Breda with symptoms of menopause. Protein is particularly important for lean muscle and body composition as we lose weight, helping Maria to lose 10 pounds of fat whilst gaining 7 pounds of lean muscle, as shown by the results of her DEXA scan that she sent us after the first 3 weeks. The low glycemic impact in the foods helps our diabetic customers like Audrey to normalise blood glucose and cholesterol. The fact that Audrey also went from a size 22 to a size 10 over a 5-month period clearly shows that this is a holistic approach for both weight loss and overall health. So if you would like to set up that initial free 30-minute call, why not fill out the contact form on the site or give us a call today, and I'll speak to you then.